I don't know what man needs to hear this, but stop taking care of that woman who is not treating you well, not appreciating you, not respecting you. You do not win an award for sticking around. You do not win an award for saving her. In fact, all you are doing is drowning yourself in the process.
Dating a woman that comes from a domestic background, or dating a woman who's got PTSD, dating a woman that has any type of those things from past relationships, and you want to be with that type of woman, it's going to require you to have a lot of patience. It's going to require a lot of reassurances. Those are questions you got to ask yourself. Are you going to be able to do that? Are you going to be able to reassure her all the time? Because you might have to do that the whole relationship. It gets exhausting. It gets tiring. Is that what you're willing to do? Because those women right there, they ain't the easiest ones to be with. They're going to ask you questions about every damn thing. They're going to ask you 100 times, do you like me? Do you really want to be with me? Do you love me? Do I look cute? I don't feel cute. Are you willing to be with a woman that's going to think that you cheating on her when you're not cheating on her? Are you willing to reassure after you just reassured her that, you know what I'm saying?
Men are only loved for how useful we are. Second you stop being useful as a man, you'll see how cruel this world is. When nobody looks at you and goes, this man has a utility, this man is good for X, this man can solve this problem. Second you become a useless man, you'll see how cold and heartless this world is. Nobody gives a solitary fuck about men who can't fix problems.
True.
That's why we exist. So unconditional love does not exist for men. It never has been, it never will.
Let's put this out there, that every time a relationship ends, it's not always the man. There's plenty of women out here doing shit that they're ashamed of. I had nothing to do with them 10 relationships that you was in before we got in a relationship. You done brought all of them heartbreaks, insecurities, issues, mental, emotional, and physical abuse into this brand new relationship. Now I'm on the receiving end of all of this shit that them 10 dudes done did to you. So you should be ashamed of yourself. Don't put it on me.
You guys, you have to understand this as well. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes she cannot support your dreams, your goals, and your vision and helping you build the empire because she's jealous of you. It's unfortunate, but if she doesn't have something going for herself, she doesn't have her own business going for herself, she doesn't see who she really is, she doesn't know her goals and what she wants to do in life, she will be jealous of your vision and your goals and aspirations, and she will stifle that process to sometimes you won't even be able to get there. Make sure you know who you're dealing with. Have a good day.
I'm gonna let you men in on a little secret. Ladies, don't kill me for this, but women hate for a man to know his worth. I said it, yeah. We don't like that shit. Nigga come around thinking he know his worth. Oh, he too good for this, he too good for that. A man that know his worth ain't gonna let us play with him. And I don't like that. Me personally, I don't like that. Nigga, I need you to come around not knowing shit.
I hate to be the one to tell a lot of y'all, but you were the safe option. You wasn't the main option. Let me repeat this. You were the safe option. You weren't the main option. And what I mean by this is that the person that they wanted, they couldn't control. They couldn't have. They couldn't really see a future. Even though they wanted them, it wasn't the safe option because it was too unpredictable. So they settle for you. So if you're wondering why they don't look at you and they're not googly-eyed and why they're not head over heels with you, is because they settle and they feel like sex is an obligation. They feel like dates are an obligation because somewhere deep down in their mind, that person that was really for them, they had to let them go because you were safe, because you were responsible. Yes, you were boring, but you were consistent. I don't ever want to be that person. Everybody that deals with me has to look at me from the gun bust with pure admiration, or I don't want to be with you.
Let's just be realistic. Most women do not and cannot see the hurt that men actually go through because they're so hyper-focused and fixated on themselves, what they need and what they want. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Get the fuck up.
All right, y'all. What do women need to bring to the table? It's not just a man that needs to bring something to the table. We do too. And here's a list based on experience, research that I came up with. So take out your pen and paper. Let's get into it, family. Number 1, she needs to be nurturing, if she's gonna be the mother of your kids and all. Number 2, capacity and willingness to respect you as a man. Number 3, to be understanding of most men's innate pressure to perform in order to provide for his family. To be understanding of that. The next one is not to add to that pressure. It's already heavy enough. Next is to be supportive. Strength of character, moral compass, God-fearing. Intelligent and competent, she's loyal. And last but not least, does not allow for outside voices to impact the dynamics of the relationship.
Look, either you're my wife or you're my lady, but you're not my probation officer or my parole officer, okay? I don't have to report to you everything I do, when I'm about to do it, where I can go, what time I have to be back, okay? I'm not gonna be on eggshells trying not to violate in my relationship, okay? You don't dictate everything that I do. You're my wife or you're my lady, and I love you and I give you that respect. But I'm a man, okay? A grown man at that, okay? Relationships is just like a job. If you're not satisfied with my job performance, fire me. But what you're not gonna do is keep me on the job talking about me this day, telling me I'm not doing that right. I could have did this way. I could have did that way. Fire me if you're not satisfied with my job performance. Because honestly, you could be a better boss. And trust me, I'll be on a new job before you know it.
Men don't give a shit about no cooking and cleaning. I'm just gonna keep it a being with y'all. We was cooking and cleaning before we met y'all. We had to make ourselves a meal and we had to clean up the house before y'all got there. Meaning, that's not the things that we only and mostly need you to help for. You know what I mean? And women don't understand that a lot of time. They think
that's the foundation.
They think bringing that to the table makes them valuable. I promise you, sex, cleaning, cooking, that shit don't make you valuable with men.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate it. I said, but make the value.
But that's not the make or break for most guys.
At all.
It ain't. It's how you support us emotionally.
Being his peace.
Being that peace. Those things are the most important things for guys. We living in a time where we all know I know how to cook my own and do it, not do. Is it appreciated when it's done for me? Absolutely.
Right.
But I know how to do that myself. I want you to give me something that sometimes I might not be able to give myself.
Correct. That's what it's supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that support and that believing, believe in me, that type of emotional support.
It's exchange of strength and weaknesses.
Yep. Exchange of strengths and weaknesses. Yep. Build each other up.
Men don't have a long list of needs in a relationship. Usually there are about 3 core things they need that don't really change, and if a woman can meet those things on a semi-regular basis, men are generally content and satisfied in the relationship. Women, in contrast, have huge lists of expectations for their men that change, add or subtract depending on her mood, lunar cycle, circumstances in her life, or the quality of her other relationships. But problems can arise if a woman does not know how to meet most of her primary needs herself, and instead has learned that she's only okay if she's fixing, nurturing, saving, or caring for others, usually giving the wrong things to her masculine man, hoping that if she gives enough, her needs will finally be met by the other. From this place of desperate overgiving, a woman is left feeling empty, bitter, and exhausted, that she's unworthy of the love that she so deeply craves. She funnels that love and care that she should be meeting her own needs with into her man. And this type of giving backfires. It causes her to feel like she's a victim because she gives so much but feels so empty. This is confusing for a masculine man because he usually doesn't ask for this type of giving. His needs are simple. He doesn't want nor need his lover to fix, coach, teach, or mother him. It diminishes his masculinity and his sense of personal freedom. He feels the bitterness and desperation behind this type of giving, so he further pulls away from the relationship and from her heart so that he can feel like a man again without being smothered, mothered, coached, or counseled on how to improve.
What's the real reason that men leave disrespectful women?
A lot of women have been taught to fear the powerful masculine. So unless she had a strong, loving male presence at home growing up, she has all the reason in the world to fear the masculine. Which means if you attempt to be the strong, loving, leading masculine in your relationship, she's going to feel the need to attack it and shut it down in order to feel safe. But the real problem with this is that she'll hate you, she'll resent you, that she can't lean on your masculine presence. Yes, even when she is the one who's shutting it down. And if both partners aren't able to overcome this problem and allow him to become the masculine presence in the relationship, the man will have to live in a home where he is belittled and demeaned every time he attempts to become a man in the relationship. And there is only so much of that disrespect that he can take without shutting down or leaving the relationship altogether.
You know, men really aren't that hard to please. Give them their alone time, play video games, hunt, fish, whatever it is that they'd like to do, hang out with the boys. 2, feed them good quality food, not that box shit, and just fuck them.
So y'all do know that it's easier for a woman to spoil a man than for a man to spoil a woman. So why y'all not doing it? It's literally so simple. And don't talk to me nothing about no money, because it don't even take money to spoil a man. You fix that man a sandwich, oh, he gonna love you. I'm talking about put a little bit of lettuce, tomato, dress it up a little bit, you know, put a little extra to it. Oh, he gonna love you. When that man get in that shower, wash that man back for him. Lay his clothes out for him when he get out. They fresh, they ready. Socks, drawers, all of it. You see how that was free? Rub his feet, free. Give him a little massage, free. And if you got some money, you ought to not be saying nothing at all. Pay for that man haircut, put a little gas in that man car too. The new game coming out. You know he like to play the game. Buy that man that new game that's coming out. You know he like to dress. Give him a little graphic tee or something. Get him a little hat, a little snapback. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what to do, so why you ain't doing it? And then we be the one, we be picking. Oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Okay, he wants stuff too. He like to be spoiled too. And if you get a little too mad and talking about what you ain't finna do, I ain't finna buy that, I ain't finna do that, okay. And what one woman won't do, another one will too. Remember that.
If you're a female and all you want to do is suck dick and give me some pussy, that ain't gonna happen. If all you got to bring to the table is vagina, then you ain't got much. Cause that shit get old like spoiled milk. Fly niggas, we like variety, so you gotta be a hell of a motherfucking bitch to get a fly nigga to focus 100% of his attention on you. Especially if you ain't bringing in no intellectual property. You ain't helping feeding his mind. You ain't helping him grind and get to where he need to go. It's only so long you gonna keep his attention, and you gotta help him build. And it could be small, it don't even have to be big. It's okay to go and get him a whiteboard so he can write down his goals. He can visualize it, he can see it. Something small as that, dealing with the right man, he's gonna appreciate that, because now he can literally write his goals down, put it in his room, and it's something that he can look at every day. And you can help him in the process of organizing his goals. But some niggas don't know how to organize things, and women are good at structuring things and organizing. Add that to the situation. Bring that to the table. It ain't always about money. You don't always have to bring money to the table. Bring your intellectual property. What are you good at? What are you really good at? Bring that to the table.
A woman who doesn't listen does not belong in your life. I shall explain. A woman who doesn't take correction from you, a woman who doesn't take instruction from you, a woman who doesn't take direction from you is dangerous. That woman is condescending and arrogant. She thinks she's doing you a favor by being in a relationship with you. That woman thinks she's better than you, and she deserves to be with someone who's better than you, richer than you, more successful than you. That woman is disrespectful, always arguing with you, always creating unnecessary drama, giving you no peace because she wants to prove a point. That woman is an unfaithful, ungrateful, disloyal, and treacherous. She will betray you, humiliate you, and abandon you for another man. Stop trying to change her. That woman will ruin you. Run when you still can.